Peru, Paraguay, Sudan, Afghanistan, China, Korea. But that's not the point here. The point is I want to welcome Paul Dembski for supporting me. Goofy Bone's not going to be doing anything. That's right, people. In case you guys didn't know, News Guy did die. It's going to be an RIP show. They're burying. They're going to put him down in the ground, 6 feet under, because we all miss News Guy. We miss his show. His show was about news. It was about Drudge Report. It was about Rush Limbaugh, Michael Savage. It was about these things. And sometimes VNN posts. It was a mixed bag show. He did news, and then he did sometimes drama. Well, he didn't really do too much drama himself. People would call in, and they'd explain the drama. They'd call in and explain about him, and he'd ask them questions, and things would get said. That show's no longer available because he got dead. We want to bury him properly on Goofy Bone's show, December 1st. So if you are at Spreaker, go to Spreaker.com, look for the search for users or collections. Go ahead and type in Goofy Bone. And if you can't spell Goofy Bone correctly, then you're just going to miss out because you're dumb. We need less dumb people on here. We need smarter-ers people. And in case you guys haven't noticed, Mr. Deshaun Porter, a lot of us, I think I have 31 mutual friends with him on Facebook, so that's a lot of you probably listening to my show. Let's just be honest. Let's not fuck around. A lot of us listen to his show. Right now, there's a crisis in Deshaun Porter's life, and luckily he's married. And I do applaud Deshaun Porter for marrying a woman that likes him back. And they're both of the Lord. And he's having a crisis right now at school. They're basically not giving him the proper financial aid. He told Facebook properly that he is a C-plus student. A C-plus student at a junior college needs your help. You know, this is Deshaun's time to succeed. For all you successful people out there, why don't you help him out? Why don't you call whatever school in Mississippi he goes to? He might need your help. Talk to an administrator. Say, look, this guy is a good guy. He has a heart of gold. He would give me the shirt on his back, even if it didn't fit me. He's that type of person. He doesn't come around a whole lot because guess what? He's a newlywed. When you get newlywed, you hang out with your woman, which is why you don't get married. And yes, Paul Dembski, Tiva was a huge winner. Tiva is a Jew company. And invest with Jews, you'll never lose. And that's true. Let's see. Desert Rose, I want to say hello to you. Glad to have you in my chat. And I try to listen to your shows, Desert, as much as I can. I do learn a lot about picking. This weekend, I did see a few yard sales and garage sales. And, you know, this might be a question off the air for you, Desert, is, you know, I understand the whole concept of picking is buying low and reselling higher. But is it rude etiquette to sit there with your phone in your hand, Googling and eBaying and all that, and the guy is there staring at you? So I was like, because a lot of stuff I don't have much expertise on. So it's like, I don't know what this shit is. You know what I found the other day? A goat castrator. It was $4, and it was in a plastic wrap. It was at a ranch garage sale or whatever you call those. They don't have a garage because it's a fucking ranch. Can't put one in. It's wood. And yes, Goofy Bode did say his wake is on December 1st. And Paul Dembski's not happy with the turnout here tonight. These bastards should all be in your... This is true. Goofy Bone, can you afford a pro account after the child support? Well, to be honest, a pro account is only $20 a month. I mean, a bum can make $20 sitting on a corner if he knows what he's doing and bullshits a lot. $20. That's it. And Goofy Bones' kids were killed, so he'll have the money, he said. Oh yeah, and don't forget about the obscure New York City talk radio host. Yes, I must plug that guy. What was his name? Christopher John Taylor. He does the HTLA radio. He goes by the name Crash Jesus. He restarted a show called Coffee and Cigarettes. It's basically around the same time News Guy went on. And he goes on for about an hour, hour and a half. And he's pretty interesting. He's has all this different shit to say. He talks about politics. He talks about race. He talks about politically incorrect stuff that pisses off rich white guys like him. And it's a great show. There's a lot to be pissed off about in this world. And that's what this platform is about. It's about exploring our options. So, let's see what else is in the chat. Yes, Deshaun's married. Karen is in prison for taking money that they say. Well, Goofy, if you're not with her anymore, I definitely would like a low-Asian woman. Annie Bong's here. Annie Bong works at the burrito bar now. That's cool. I'd work at a burrito bar. RD said, someone said Jews, and RD uses a symbol that angers me because it's not on my keyboard, so I'm going to have to find it sometime. It says, no, you have to hide it. Don't do it in front of them. Oh my god, gross, Dutchy. Desert Rose and RD are both part Dutch ancestry. The Usual Misfits. That's another show I want to promote. Okay, this is a show that... let me just pull it up. I'm not going to fuck around. Basically, it's just three dudes in a basement. They're all basically in New England area, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and I don't know where the other guy's from, but who cares? Okay, one of them, the main guy, his name's Freddie, he's black. And I know, this is fucking weird. There's a black guy on Spreaker that's not Deshaun Porter. Well, actually, someone told me about the third black guy, which is 5x5, and I always forget about him, but I always wind up into his show because, for whatever reason, when people's shows end, his show is on. So I think he's a master marketer. And he's a nice guy. Even though I have fuck all in common with 5x5, I like his show. And basically, it's three dudes in a basement. Nothing weird about that. And sometimes in Mr. Hollywood's closet. I don't know who Mr. Hollywood is. I don't even want to know. Basically, they're saying the show is raw and uncut, and it is. And what you want to do is... you can check them out Monday through Thursday, and the show starts at midnight Eastern Time. So you figure out where your appropriate time zone is, and you're going to look up on Spreaker, The Usual Misfits. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat. Let's see here, for everybody. And honestly, my Spreaker, my Spreaker chat this is the lowest it's ever been. Last time I had a show, I think I closed out with 700 bubbles in a 45-minute time frame. But what can you do? So, yes, Atako Please wrote Spreaker.com/user/Crash Talk. Yes. That's Crash Talk. He does a great show. Sometimes you see HTLA 1, HTLA 2. I don't know what the hell that's about. That gets confusing. Like when you see the exact FM people, they're like, hi, and then they write dash DJ Russ, hi, DJ this, DJ that. It's like, fuck, dude, just get your own account. One account per person. Let's not complicate things. But that's my only complaint at all. He puts on a good show, but sometimes the identity gets lost on me. I don't know who the hell I'm talking to because I think it's not just him doing the show, it's his wife. He has a very, 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 9.5 wife. She's really hot and all that. So I think there's a few other people on there. I'm not really too sure. So I want to talk about a few things. Very important things we need to talk about because there's not really many other hosts talking about this shit from a more neutral standpoint than mine. In case you guys didn't know, there's a certain host out there. I don't want to name names, Debbie Daly. And I don't want to name the other chick's name, Bathtub Girl. Well, at first, Debbie was saying that, she was talking to the Dr. Phil people, and that maybe she was going to go on the show. And a few people doubted her, but I guess she proved it to certain people, and word spread that it was all true. And so I guess the whole concept of it was online harassment, from what I gather. I didn't really ask her about this, because it's better to speculate and pass rumors, because then, once the rumor ball starts at the top of the hill, it gets really awesome at the bottom. And people can always just say, oh, no, it's not true, and that's that. So, from what I hear, Bathtub Girl did back out, and I think her reasoning behind it was she didn't want to give Debbie any attention. That's what her angle, she claims, was. The only thing I can say about that is that Bathtub Girl, there's always been rumors about her weight, and that one motherless video that people spam everywhere, that got posted everywhere, and that shows her as overweight, and she always claims she's lost 75 pounds, and that video was, 3 or 4 years old, and there's a lot of people that doubt it. And the only unfortunate thing about Bathtub Girl in this matter is she says she's lost a lot of weight, and now that's good for her if she did. But if you've lost 70 pounds, you're going to be out there showing it, because everyone already knows what you look like. So if you've lost that weight, and girls are very emotional, and they, and they're not going to be honest about this aspect of them, but they do like some degree of attention. They all do. And so I think that her not showing that and saying, no, I'll get on live stream. And so it was always like, oh yeah, I'll get on live stream. I'll get on Ustream, live stream, whatever. And, she never has, and she's never posted proof and all this and all that. So, I don't personally care a whole lot, but I think that could be another reason why she won't go on, is because it might show her what she looks like, because you can't really hide your weight from a camera very well. You can shut off maybe 10 or 15 pounds if you dress properly. Other than that, so it sucks she backed out. I do hope all you people out there do convince both of these two to go on Dr. Phil. And you're probably wondering, well, why? That means that Spreaker has gotten so fucking ridiculous and so insane that it's going from a shitty platform of like 20 people to live TV, where, there's, I don't know Dr. Phil's ratings or his viewership, but, it's got to be at least, over 500,000 people, if not 1 million, I'm hoping. So that would be fucking hilarious, and that's how ridiculous all of us are. So I want to ask you guys to go ahead and push that through. Say, go ahead. And that's another thing. So last night on the Dislike Show, which I think a lot of you guys were at, and I really want you guys to go check them out. I know there is some animosity between Goofy Bone and Dislikes, I've heard. And I wish there wasn't, because Dislikes is like I think a younger version of Goofy Bone. Like, he drinks, gets wasted, and says crazy stuff. And so I really hope that one day that they can amend their ways and maybe find each other on their respective shows. Go over and say hi and all that. Because they're both pretty funny in their own right. And they're both Hispanic. And so I think they have a lot more in common than they don't. I know one lives in Texas, the other lives in California, but they're funny. And what happened last night was sad and funny at the same time. So we all know who Dislikes is. He gets drunk, makes an ass out of himself. 2 weekends, or maybe it's 3 by now, he butt-chugged a beer. He stuck a beer bottle in his ass. He explained it for about 5 or 6 minutes. And it sounds real. Obviously, you can't really prove stuff like that unless there's, video or at least pictures. But I assumed it's true just because he does stupid shit for attention. And hey, that's him. That's all him. So he has this chick. Her name's Heather. And she really likes him. She hits on him. She picked him up drunk. And she did all the stuff that is what chicks do if they like you. There's a specific way they handle themselves around guys they like. It's easy to tell, unless you have Asperger's, like Stabby McHugs, who doesn't quite understand sarcasm. Poor